Everyone. So I wasn't expecting to make this video today, but the purple possum passion fruit that I ordered from Baker's Creek is already here. I ordered it on the 23rd and today's the 27th, so I'm pretty excited. As you know, this is my duck coop, and I've decided to plant these here because they will kind of shade out the entire coop, but also provide food for years and years to come. And I'm a big fan of planting once and growing for years. It's just so much easier to do things that way and invest in perennials for your area. So I'm in zone 9A in southeast Texas, and so I'm able to grow some things that can handle the heat a little better and live for longer periods of time. So this is one that I've already planted. It came in a little package of 2, and this is where I grew my dark cucumbers earlier this year. And since passion fruit can handle spent soil a little better, I went ahead and put it in here so it can trellis up this trellis and kind of take over here. And then as I put netting on the top area of this area, they'll just kind of cover the entire area, and it'll provide an ample amount of shade for the birds when they're inside of here, but it'll also provide food for us and a nice seating area. It's just a lot of fun to sit and watch our birds move and our fish in the pond. So they both came in this little package, and they came so quickly. I'm very excited for this. So this one I went ahead and planted over here in this container, and the other one I'm going to plant where I planted my guano melons, even though I know that the melons will take over. The point is, I have all this fence right here and then all of this trellis and overhead, so one can kind of grow up on the side and the other one over the top. And then when winter comes, the guano, also known as African horn melons, I really hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, will actually die off. But right now what I'm going to do is just put a hole in the middle of this dirt so I can kind of train the passion fruit to grow towards the side of the trellis and up. If you notice, you've probably seen this container before. Yesterday I just kind of quickly put some predator wire around it because I came out here and noticed that 90% of what I had planted in here was gone. So one of the ducks managed to come in here and kind of eat things down. Now if you look, there's some hay at the bottom of this. And so I actually put the spent hay from the rabbit cages inside of here and just put soil over the top so it could break down over time. And so here's the little root system. I'm not even going to break this apart. They're so moist and the roots look so healthy. They're not root bound at all. This is such a great plant. It really is. I'm very impressed with Baker Creek and how beautiful their plants are. This is the first time I've ordered live plants from them. I will definitely be ordering more. I just really want to get the passion fruit trellises put up before I order any more because they grow so rapidly. Especially here. We still have over 120 days. You can see where the seeds were that fell off the baby seedlings that they ate. And so over 120 days left of our warm crop growing season. And since we have such mild winters, the coldest winter we've had in my 30 years of life got down to 9 degrees a few years ago, and we got an icy snow. But other than that, last year, the coldest day that we had was in the 30s, and we didn't even get our first freeze until almost January. So I'm really excited to see these grow. Now I am going to grab my watering can, and I'm going to do something that may or may not be unconventional, but I have this little pond over here. It was originally a swimming pool, but it just gets too much algae too quickly, and so we just released some goldfish in here to maintain everything, which you can kind of see them way over there hanging out, maybe. They're quick. And so the cool thing about this pond is that when it does rain, it kind of turns the water, but I also add water to it every week or two to add oxygen. I'm very careful not to get the fish out of the pond when I do this. I only have 5 in here, so no big deal. But what I'm going to do is just take some water out of here. And I do this because it's enriched with everything from the fish, which is really great. Double check to make sure I didn't get any fish in there, which I didn't. They're really friendly, so they come up and see what I'm doing every time. So I'm always afraid to suck them into the container. And so I'm just going to pour this over there. Just switch hands. Because I really do see a difference in my plants when I water them with this water. And I want to water it really well because it may look soaked on the top, but I guarantee you on the bottom layers it's really dry. Just so it can kind of sink in. I don't want to dry out this plant at all. I want it to do well, even if that means I'm going to have to take some extra time and baby it. With as hot as it's been down here, we've had several days where it's been over 102 degrees Fahrenheit. I've been watering at night and early morning just because I want the soil to be able to soak up the water. However, it's midday and it's very important that I water this thing correctly. And luckily it's an overcast day, so for me it's a perfect day for transplants. So that's it. I know this video isn't anything fancy, but I'm so excited to have these two passion fruit plants. And I just kind of wanted to hop on here and show you how they came. They were just fit in my mailbox in a box and they're very healthy. I'm super excited for them. And so I hope you can kind of join along and see how they grow here in Southeast Texas and maybe start your own perennial passion vines.